I think it all started when I was maybe 7 or 8 years old. From a young age, I wanted to get involved in climate activism more than anything, as I struggled to understand why. From the thousands of species we drove into extinction to the millions of acres of land we deforested every year, we humans were ripping apart our own planet. I was upset. Effective climate action appeared to be a privilege that the majority of the global population could not access or partake in. That's why in 2022, I decided to take a stance by creating the Green Therapy. My name is Vishnu Dinesh, I'm 16 years old, and I'm from Fremont, California.
At the Green Therapy, our mission is to inspire and empower youth to achieve self-sustainability through gardening, as a means to combat the climate crisis while overcoming geographical and socioeconomic barriers. Sustainable gardening presents a unique opportunity. It is not only profoundly impactful on the environment by reducing food waste, preserving native biodiversity, and combating pollution, but it is also universally accessible. Gardening is not bound by geographical or economic constraints, rather it is a choice that anyone, anywhere can make.
Early in the Green Therapy's life, we had a difficult time establishing partnerships with schools, which was a consequence of not having much to show for what we stood for and could bring to the table. And so we tried to make the most out of any opportunity that came our way. In fact, our first partnership alone with Oliver Elementary proved to be enough to overcome that starting hurdle. So we utilized this partnership as an opportunity to test out different strategies in educational material and understand how to optimize student engagement. This early success was pivotal in opening the doors to other partnerships. The students themselves and how they uniquely responded to the workshops were another shaping influence, as they helped me recognize how diverse we really are as a community, how we have different ideas, perspectives, and opinions, and how all of these come into play when interacting with their surroundings. That perspective played a big part in my approach to building curriculum and programs.
As part of the program, we visit each school twice a year, in the fall and spring, to host workshops that include both educational and hands-on gardening components. We'll go into these schools and teach students about how to start these different self-sustainable gardens, the different relationships between food and climate, at large how gardening is related to the environmental concerns of today, and most importantly, what young people can do to fight back. The Green Therapy is 100% publicly funded by for-profit companies, nonprofits, and individual donors. As of September 2024, we are actively collaborating with 17 schools across the Bay Area, where we have equipped over 2,400 students with the knowledge and skills to protect our planet through sustainable, nature-friendly gardening, both at school and beyond.
The undeniable fact is that we are ripping apart our planet and all of its biological diversity. We're pushing the planet to the very brink of its capacity, and there's not much time before it inevitably collapses. But I believe that it is not too late to redirect this plight. Although first, as individuals, we must play our part in protecting the environment. I hope for a world in which humans can coexist with nature, where all its wildlife, habitats, and natural resources are truly respected and protected under federal and state law. I hope for a world in which environmental literacy is prioritized in schools and people are making conscious decisions that are pivotal for creating a sustainable future. I think what makes youth activism so unique is the genuine face-to-face student-student interactions that it produces. In observing other young people spending long hours out in the garden amidst the brunt of the summer heat and doing all they can to fight against the climate crisis, students are motivated to join in and take actions themselves. And that's important because the youth are the future leaders and changemakers of this world. Their actions over the next few decades will determine the fate of our planet. Therefore, it's important that our efforts are grounded in youth, working to shape their perspectives on the environment and climate change.